Worrying times for Spurs fans, just one win in their last 5 across all competitions. The recent run of form highlighted or low-lighted by the 7-2 against Bayern and then recent 3-0 away to Brighton. We've heard some reports popping up around Europe that Spurs, amidst this chaos, have contacted one Jose Mourinho. Mark Ogden, what can you tell us about this? What's the real story here?
I'm always a little bit suspicious of stories that link big, high-profile managers with big clubs at this stage of the season. It's almost like that they're trying to remind people that they're available, and a bit like Allegri to Man United, all these rumours that keep cropping up that these big-name managers, it's like they want to remind the bigger clubs that, you know, if you don't act quickly, I might go somewhere else. So I'd be very surprised if Tottenham were looking at Mourinho. There's so many reasons. First of all, Pochettino's still in the job. Daniel Levy and Mourinho, for me, would be a recipe for disaster. I just don't think that they'd work well together. I just think it's people close to Mourinho that would be happy for him to be linked with a job that might prick the ears of maybe Real Madrid, other big clubs that might be looking for a manager. So I think you've got to be kind of wary of these sort of stories, especially when they come out in international week. It's always a bad time for stories that maybe lack a bit of credibility.
Ale, anyway, this would work out?
No, for the very reasons that Mark just pointed out. The idea of Daniel Levy, who we know, well, you know, has difficulties reaching into his wallet. Yeah, it's the old alligator arms, T-Rex arms. And you have a manager in Jose Mourinho who has had a history of demanding big signings and big names and big players and all these things that you need in order to be successful. Well, one thing doesn't match the other. This guy's not willing to invest money in the club. This guy needs money to be invested. How is that going to work? Well, easy. It's not going to work.
Let me play devil's advocate. If the whole quest for Spurs is trophies, Jose Mourinho has trophies, why not?
You can't look past what Ali and Mark have just said.
The trophies don't matter. That many trophies don't matter?
Are you going to sell your soul? Is that,
I mean, what's the point?
Know what I mean?
Is there a right way to do it, wrong way to do it? The trophies is the only barometer.
Okay, do you want a Carabao Cup, but have your club turned upside down and knock you back even further than they are right now?
Did you see their last 5 results? That's not upside down for Spurs?
Oh, sorry, you lose 5 games.
Go back to last year.
Okay, yeah.
Throw up another stat. I mean, there's plenty of ways to slice that cake.
Last year they were in the European Cup final.
And what about their Premier League form down the rest of it?
Oh, that doesn't count. You being in the Champions League final doesn't count. What I'm telling you is they may not be there, but they're far from being under the table. And if you want to make it worse, then you bring Josie in, because of the circumstances that both Mark and Ali have said.
Too much of a risk?
Yeah, in my opinion it is. I understand the point that you're making in that Jose Mourinho, ordinarily wherever he goes, delivers some kind of silverware. The issue is that I just feel that Mourinho and Spurs as a football club are far too far apart in terms of being a match. For all the reasons that the guys just spelt out. I feel that the Spurs team is too far away right now from the likes of Liverpool and City to win anything domestically. I don't see them doing the unthinkable as they did last season in the Champions League. So as a result, it's a poor match that I don't think delivers silverware anytime soon.
Here's the other thing, and Shaq just alluded to it. The distance that both Liverpool and Manchester City have created between themselves and everybody else, it's not just one transfer window that changes this. It's how you build a club culture, a new club culture, and that takes time. And so you're expecting Jose Mourinho to come in without a money invested into the club by Daniel Levy and by Spurs as what they consider to be their current club culture. How does that match? It just doesn't seem to fit, and it's going to take time. Is Jose Mourinho patient enough to have that time? I don't think so. And in the meantime, Liverpool and Manchester City still climbing up.
Of course, this is all under the assumption that Spurs would lose Mauricio Pochettino, that he would go somewhere. Mark, what are the likelihood then that he would end up in Manchester?
I think, 12 months ago, that would have been seen as a dream scenario. I think Man United were very keen on Pochettino, but Solskjaer did so well, and we've discussed this before, he did so well that United kind of rushed into a decision on Solskjaer. So I think, 12 months on, if Pochettino was to become available, he does have a lot of admirers at Old Trafford. People in the hierarchy here think that he's done a great job at Tottenham. Does it without spending lots of money, brings young players through. Maybe some question marks about ultimately what he delivers in terms of trophies and whether he's ready to push through that barrier and win things. But I guess Man United would make it easier for him to do that by providing the money for the players. So you know, in the long term, I think it will be a good marriage, that Pochettino and Man United. But I don't think we're anywhere close to that yet. I think that, you know, there's clearly frustrations at Tottenham with Pochettino, but I think he's still got a bit of mileage to run there. And if he does leave, then Man United wouldn't be the only club that would be interested in him. I think there'd be quite a few others too.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.